Maria Clara look. It is used in Filipino celebrations such as weddings, feasts, and birthdays. Ms. Cheryl Mae Granada.
I was never interested in politics until my parents informed me of the politics that was in the Philippines before. It was a dictatorship. It was corruption. It was lies, and it was stealing. The 2010 election of Benigno Aquino III was not only a defining moment in Filipino history, but also a great step towards stability in the Filipino government. Benigno's parents, Noy Aquino and the beloved Corazon Aquino, shaped the democracy in the Philippines. His father fought the dictatorship that led to his unfortunate assassination. His mother nurtured that democracy by upholding the people power protests. In his 21-minute speech, Benigno said, "I will never waste the trust you have given me," referring to assigning honest leaders and halting the exploitation of the country's wealth. Winning the landslide of the vote, Benigno will lead the Philippines away from government corruption and toward government control. And this is exactly what the Philippines needs, so it could be the happy and loving island that it is. Thank you.
Worn for celebrations such as the Lunar Festival and the Chinese New Year, Wejie Gao.
October is a special month for the people of China. And this is because of the first day of the month. Looking through China, you'll see nothing but music, dancing, and celebrations. You might see the red lanterns flowing through the breeze as they dangle from each building. Or maybe the fireworks going off all over the country, lighting up the skies. Don't forget about the beautiful flower beds that cover this nation. It is those flower beds that truly represent what this nation is about. This past October 1st marks the 62nd Chinese National Day since our liberation in 1949. And we couldn't have done it without the sacrifices of many. And in memory of them, we plant these flower beds. And because of that, I'm proud of our nation. I'm proud of our heritage and proud to be Chinese.
Irene is wearing a navy blue cheongsam. It was created in the 1920s in Shanghai and was made fashionable by socialites, and upper-class women. Irene Ng.
As I was browsing the internet the other day, I came across an article that really caught my attention. As a Chinese American, this article really brought to light my culture and also shed some light onto modern day issues that are affecting today's countries. Recently, in the city of Guangdong, several Chinese riots broke out due to the government seizure of farmlands for industrialization. These farmlands are what families work hard to nourish and to grow and to pass on to future generations. These riots really affect me personally because this isn't the first time a riot has broken out in China. In fact, this is the same reason why my family moved from China to the Philippines. I hope to spread more awareness of this issue so that other families won't have to go through what my family went through. With a simple conversation and the willingness to compromise, I truly believe that we could promote a more peaceful solution to future issues. Thank you.
The woman is wearing the Filipino barong Tagalog. It is the traditional outfit for formal events such as weddings and birthdays. Roman Quintana.
People usually associate the Philippines with the Roman Catholic religion, but not many recognize that the southern parts contain a large population that practices Islam. Mindanao, which is the most southern province, opens up the Philippines to a new and interesting culture, which is almost unknown to the rest of the world. However, as this may provide insight to the very diverse nation that the Philippines is, it is necessary to raise awareness about the frequent religious conflicts that take place within the province. As Asian News touts its recent article, Christians dispossessed and silenced in Mindanao, the Christian population is afraid to express their faith due to constant attacks and kidnappings done by Islamic radicals. What makes an impact on me is the word afraid. It's hard to believe that a group of people who believe in the same God that I do cannot do so in the fear of being hurt. We hear about religious conflicts going on throughout the world, but don't recognize that in Mindanao, not only are people being hurt and are being abused, but are being robbed of a basic human freedom. Thank you.
Miss Jessica Park. Jessica is wearing a hanbok, the customary attire in Korea. It has been worn for over 3,000 years and consists of bright, elegant colors. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jessica Park.
As they say, 아름다운 보이는 사람의 눈에 달려있다. In other words, beauty is held in the eye of the beholder. But what if I told you that that beholder was a plastic surgeon who promised you that within 20 minutes, he would give you a new look? Today, in society, in the Korean society, the definition of beauty is being altered, physically altered, by girls like Mingyung, who's 12 years old, and middle-aged women who pursue a new look because of criticism from society because of their looks. A beauty pageant, that's every day for them. For them, every day is going to be hard, and so they go under the knife to become someone that they might not well be. According to an article by ESLSouthKorea.net, 76% of Korean women between the age group of 20 and 30 have already done plastic surgery. That's 40,000 minutes of plastic surgeons going under the knife every day. That's 20 minutes to become another statistic, but it only takes me 1 minute to stand here and to make aware that this is a social issue. Thank you.
Jeremy is wearing the barong Tagalog. It is the main component of Philippine national dress, being the formal attire of Filipino men. Jeremy Rojas.
Manny Pacquiao is a Filipino boxer of unprecedented caliber and is known to be the #1 pound-for-pound best boxer in the world. After defeating Shane Mosley this past May, he became the WBO welterweight world champion. Because of his recent successes, there has been a surge of patriotism in the Philippines. It is said that the crime rate even lowers on Pacquiao's fight days. Aside from being a boxer, Pacquiao is a Philippine congressman, actor, and musician. He is a devout and humble Catholic and can be seen giving away lumps of money to the poor in the Philippines. Pacquiao is an iconic representation of the greatness that human beings can achieve. Not only is he my idol, but to Filipinos worldwide, he is motivation, inspiration, national pride, and your average tito or godfather. Manny Pacquiao is the Philippines at its finest. Not only that, but he can also pack a punch.
Miss Katrina San Juan. Katrina is wearing a traditional Singkil outfit from the Philippine islands of Mindanao. This outfit is worn by the Muslim princess to portray mysticism, royalty, and beauty as she dances through the rhythmic clapping of bamboo sticks accompanied by her prince. Katrina San Juan, everybody.
Imagine you're given an opportunity to help your family live a better life. But what starts off as a dream turns out to be a nightmare. Before you know it, you're taken from everything, thrown in a padlocked cell, and enslaved beyond your own will. This is the reality of 500,000 Filipinos fallen victim into human trafficking, 100,000 whom are children. Many Filipinos hope to live a better life, but fall into the tempting false promises that lead them into exploitation. In January, it was released that the Philippines is still on the U.S. Tier 2 human trafficking watch list. People fail to realize that slavery is still prevalent in the Philippines through a multi-billion-dollar industry controlled by the greatest criminal masterminds in the world. How can we combat human trafficking? Although it is rarely discussed, through awareness campaigns and through informing high-risk individuals about this issue, it will encourage them to make better decisions. And by taking a stand, you too can help end the enslavement of Filipinos. Thank you.
Traditional Vietnamese oi yai for men. It is usually worn during Tet, weddings, and other national celebrations. Anthony Phan.
Thank you. What do you believe in? Some people believe in leprechauns, others believe in unicorn, or in Santa. But does anyone believe in unicorns? Some people do not believe in unicorns because they are very hard to find in the wild. However, this mystical beast has been spotted deep in the mountains of Vietnam. The Asian unicorn, also known as a saola, is one of the world's rarest animals and is on the brink of extinction. Earlier this year in April, the Quang Committee of the World Wildlife Fund helped create a reserve to protect the species. In addition, educational campaigns were created to prevent local villagers from hunting them. So the take-home message tonight is that there's nothing you can't believe in. And if there's something you need to believe in animal preservation and believe in unicorns. Thank you.
Arielle is wearing a mestiza dress made of delicate lace and fabric adorned with pearls and sequins. It is the sophisticated version of the national costume during the Spanish era in the Philippines. Arielle Gabarda, everybody.
Within 1 week, the Philippines, along with China and Vietnam, were recently hit by 2 typhoons, Pageant and Kiel, ending the lives of 100 victims with 35 still missing. Severe flooding has affected all rescue efforts. It's possible some towns haven't been helped yet. Even evacuation centers are flooded, along with homes, farmland, hospitals, and major roads. And without electricity or major means of transportation, all communication has been cut off. The Filipino people lost everything, and most have nowhere to go. They know that this is a national crisis that the government cannot cope with on its own, so these people who are forced to live the bare minimum still help whoever they can with whatever they have. Men have pulled nails out of their old homes to build new ones. Families who still have a roof above the water share with others. This tragedy is an opportunity for the Philippines to rebuild its nation, stronger than ever with dignity and strength. Without struggle, there is no progress. Thank you.
Michael is wearing a barong Tagalog with the Mandarin influences in the collar and button down. This is a traditional dress typically worn at special occasions in the Philippines. Michael Fronda.
My mom works from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day as a home care nurse. Her long hours of work reflects her love for her family, for me. And because of her dedication to me, I'd like to address one of the main issues, workers' rights. A Filipino recruiting agency known as Sentosa recruited 26 healthcare workers in 2006 to work in America under better working conditions. Upon arrival, they expected to find a 40-hour week with being paid double the minimum wage, along with all the proper rights granted to them as immigrant workers. However, their hopes were nothing but empty wishes. It was all a lie. Now these workers work to fight for their rights and visas in order to return home to the Philippines. Filipinos and all workers deserve not only to be treated as equals, but as the most precious of human beings. This is for my mom.